Hello, Tarot Maniacs. I'm Annabelle. I'm a tarot practitioner for over 35 years. In this video, we are going to be talking about royals and scandals, which is my usual Thursday content. And we'll be talking about Harry's visa. I've been out for a couple days, so it's a little bit late, but still timely. Boy, does Harry look threadbare. I can't think of another description for him. He just looks worn out. There was a publication that had him when the visa information came out, heavily redacted. Obviously, you guys all know that. It came out on Tuesday. Today is Thursday. He showed up. He was outside of a car and he just looks beat up. And the article said, Harry smirks. I didn't see a smirk. I saw him like he just looked terrible. So, but who am I to say? Yesterday, if you go into my live videos, you will see me coming off anesthesia in the car, acting amok. No makeup at all. See, I'm telling you guys, the magic of makeup and lighting is, I don't look this good in person. Wikipedia says I do, but I don't. But nonetheless, I digress. So let's talk a little bit about this visa situation. So the Heritage Foundation or Association or whatever they are demanded to see Harry's visa because he had disclosed in his book Spare that he had partaken in particular substances that need to be disclosed on a form when you are coming into the country. Typically, you will be denied access to the United States as a result of that. We had Nigella, the chef. She had been denied access coming into the country. And Amy Winehouse. Amy Winehouse was another one when she received all of those Grammys for Back to Black. She had to do that from a remote location because she wasn't allowed back in the country because of her substance abuse. So we're going to break this down tarot style. It's a mess. Let's pull up the card view. Before I do that, I'm going to have a sale this weekend. I had a sale last weekend. I had a flash sale for the 15th, 16th, and 17th, and my schedule was back to back. So I suspect there are some of you out there that still want to get readings. So I'm going to do a sale for Saturday. I will drop that in a video and I will drop it in my community chat. And hopefully I will see some of you tarot maniacs in there. So let's get going. I'm a little lispy because I do have my Invisalign in. Hopefully we're on the last 2 weeks. I'm on 5th year of Invisalign. Lord help me. That's why my teeth look funky in all the videos, because I have the attachments. I don't have banged up teeth. I just have one that's not going back to where it needs to. So let's not talk about me. Let's talk about Harry's teeth. Get some teeth into this. I'm going to bring up that card view. Please hit the like button. Show me you care. What was the primary reason for the redaction of Harry's visa records? What was the primary reason for all of the redaction? We're just gonna peek behind the curtains, kids. Peeking behind the curtains. 9 of Pentacles. He would have been unprotected. 3 of Pentacles. Other parties would have been implicated in this. And over here, the High Priestess in reverse. I thought this was going to come up because I do think that this is HIPAA violation. So I think that there is some protection in that document as far as the HIPAA violations. You know, we can't disclose all of this medical information. And I'm wondering if there is specific medical information in there that would have violated HIPAA. So Interesting. Were the redactions purely for privacy, or do they conceal something significant? Bloop. Sloppy shuffle. Personal on one side, personal. Significant. Yeah. So what do we got here, guys? Strictly personal. What does the devil card say for me, Tarot Maniacs? It is abuse of some substances. Yes, it is when it's in the upright. Here, this is the personal privacy. I think this is the in and out of treatment. In and out of treatment. And over here, do they conceal something significant? Recidivism. I can never say this word. Recidivism. I still can't say it. If only Gregopedia was here, he would say it. He would say it loud and proud. This is repeat returns to a place that will assist cleaning out. When I lived in Los Angeles, one of the interesting things that I learned there is that celebrities can go to like rehab light, like after tours or after movies or things like that, after prolonged vacation. If they need to tighten up a little bit, they can go to like these rehab lights. And the intention is to spa you out, detox your system, send you on your merry way. It's not to sustain sobriety, but it's to kind of clean up after excessive imbibement, let's put it that way. Now, I'm not talking about like your garden variety hangover or anything like that. I'm talking about like several months where, you were on break and you were down in the islands, hooting and hollering, doing all kinds of crazy stuff down there. It really is to kind of clean you up from that, maybe to prep you up for a movie. Maybe it is a component of an insurance policy for a tour or a movie contract. You may have to go and like kind of tighten up, lose some weight, clean up your blood, that kind of thing. So I do think that there have been repeated returns to locations like that, but not as light as that. I think he went to places that were, I shouldn't say went to places. I think he went into treatment, again, for entertainment purposes only. This is my psychic reading, not anybody else's. So I do think that he would go into therapies and things like that. Did the U.S. government make this decision, or was there another power, the royal family, that asked for this to happen? External influence. So U.S. government, a lot of discussion about it. The U.S. government wanted this disclosed. I think they really, and I know initially that the judge said no to disclosing anything, and then he said yes, redacted. But I think there's a lot more discussion going on behind closed doors than we actually. The Heritage Foundation, Hansel. I think it's the Heritage Foundation. I don't know. I don't hang on the words of the Heritage Foundation or whatever it is. So I do think that there was a lot of discussion about that. So was there an external influence on this? I'm going to do a reveal. Page of Swords. 9 of Wands. That is a yesity. Yes, yes, yes. You know why? Page of Swords, running with scissors. You got to cut this out. We can't have this. It was a lower level person. It's not like, the late queen called up and said, you must protect my grandson. This was a lower level individual that went to the government and said, this is too much exposure. You went to the U.S. government and said, this is too much exposure in this situation. So yes, I do think we have that. But a lower level person on order, yes, absolutely ordered. But it did not, this wasn't a phone call from the queen. Plausible deniability. So Does the redacted information relate to Harry's past substance abuse as detailed in his book Spare? Let's get some confirmation on this. Seven of Pentacles. Looking back on what we did right and looking back on what we did wrong. Six of Wands. He's in a good place now. Page of Swords. He is moving forward. He's cutting that part out of his life. That was really what this redacted information was about. Was it about the action of substance abuse or the book? Action or about the disclosure in the book? The action, yes, Five of Pentacles, and the disclosure in the book. I think they said that some of the book was a lie. I think they are taking the visa application as gospel and truth, and the book has some creative license. Let's put it that way. Creative license. I think that is what they're looking at. He went through some troubles. They're not saying that he didn't have issues, and that's not that is in that redacted document, but it would violate HIPAA laws because I think he discussed all of the places that he had been, doctors he had worked with. That's interesting. That is interesting. Is there evidence in the visa application that contradicts the public statements he's made? Is there? This is just a one card thing. Seven of Cups. The visa application clears away the smokescreen in terms of timeline and truth, but it creates more of a smokescreen. So they're taking the visa application because it is a federal formal document. And they're saying, well, this is the timeline, but it doesn't match up with the timeline in the book or these statements that he has made. So it clears up the confusion between the book and the statements that have been made and the visa application, but it creates more problems because it's not a congruent timeline. It really stinks. Was there any section redacted due to security concerns? This is just like being the son of the king, security concerns. And there's my sloppy shuffle again. Sorry, guys, a little bit of Butterfingers. Was there anything redacted purely for security concerns that he would be exposed in terms of his personal safety from other people? I got two cards. I do think that they pointed to a specific threat, but it's a tenuous threat. It's not really super clear what that threat was. I would say that in the visa application, it suggested that there were these, people hiding around corners. Let's see. Was it suggested? Judgment, yes. Yeah. So in that visa application, there is this concern for peril, mortal peril of himself, that there are individuals, but there's not enough there. So it looks like bullshit. I can't put it either way. So was it due to paparazzi, temperance, and the devil? That's wild. I do think that part of what he said was that they would paparazzi would try and get him in these situations where he looked like he was under the influence, chase him down and possibly have a situation like his mother did. I think that was really what he was putting forward. So, what else did he have to say about that? Did he mention the wife? Three of Pentacles. No. Queen of Cups. She is upset and worried about the myriad of things that could potentially happen to him. There is a large emphasis in this visa application on his safety. I want you guys to know that. I think there was a lot, I think they wove a lot of that in there. That he was leaving because he felt safer in the United States, but that, yeah, he had a lot of trauma from that and coming over. This was really the freedom flight. Should have stayed in Canada. Uh, all right. Are the redactions hiding diplomatic intervention or special treatment? Are the redactions hiding diplomatic intervention? Yes. 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 Here's diplomatic intervention. Someone who goes against the rules. King of Swords, when he's in the upright, always follows the rules, but in reverse, he is not following the rules. Over here, pushing it through. It went through fast. Over here, Four of Cups, giving him a new start. This is the imagined fresh beginning where he can be great. So did he get special treatment? Eight of Cups. That's interesting because I don't think he was given special treatment for special treatment's sake. I think it was a quid pro quo. So was it Joe Biden? Was it Joe? The Chariot. Democratic Party. More the Democratic Party than Joe Biden himself. Did Joe Biden have to sign off on it? No. Did the auto pen sign off on it? To be shown. So those of you that are unaware, it's been revealed that Joe Biden signed a lot of those pardons and a lot of things with an auto pen. But it wasn't Joe Biden. It was someone else. So I think we're going to find out. And this is the whole thing. Trump is saying that those pardons should not go through because if they were signed by someone else using an auto pen, then that is forgery. So, all right. Could there be further legal challenges to uncover more details? Nine of Pentacles, Page of Cups, Ace of Swords, Three of Swords, Knight of Swords. I think that there is going to be another kerfuffle over this whole thing, but I think he winds up being well protected. I don't think we see anything with this. I think they try, but I think there will be information that we do hear, and I think it just gets clamped down on again. So, who's going to clamp down on that? Who is going to clamp down on that? Is it going to be Donald Trump? Is he just going to let this drama play out? Six of Cups. He doesn't give a rat's patootie. I think this will be a part of immigration, but right now there's really nothing that they can do with him. So could the redacted information cause problems for Harry's residency in the United States? I don't think it will, because, and this is intellectual, not psychic, I don't think it will, because he is married. So the marriage he has a wife and kids, he can stay here. They're legally married. He can stay here as a result of that. I know the visa application has some inconsistencies on it, but technically he's married. So could the redacted information cause any problems for Harry's residency? Queen of Wands. Oh my. 10 of Wands. Oh my. It's going to cause some problems for him working, I think. I think whatever is in that, I don't think they showed us what kind of visa it is, but he is not working, and that is an issue, and that's something that he did himself. Knight of Pentacles, he's not making any money here, so he's really, even though I don't think that our government is supporting him, I think not being able to produce, that is more of an issue. Not being able to show that you're anything other than a stay-at-home dad who burns one in the afternoon in the backyard. I'm just putting on my heater, guys, because it's chilly. So I think that becomes a bit of a problem. I think in that application he may have said he was going to start this kind of business, blah, 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 participate in this, bring Invictus here. I don't know. I think he really, that is going to be a problem, the work issue. So, and not making any money. I think that's going to be a problem. Is there any risk of him facing deportation or visa revocation? Is he facing deportation? Nine of Pentacles. No. I don't think that that's going to happen. Visa revocation? No, we're not going to have that problem. He is like Teflon. He is Teflon. So, how does the U.S. government feel about the scrutiny on this visa? High level view, macro view. How do they feel about it? Hanged Man, if he made a mistake, he's gotta come to the fore. Two of Swords. This is a situation where there's right and there's wrong. And either there is truth in the visa application or there is not. And that is really the attitude of the government. If he has signed this and said this is truth, the visa application, they have to accept that unless they have other proof. If he has said that Spare, his wonderful tome of information, if he has said that Spare was embellished for creative purposes, then maybe he gets away with this. Maybe he does get to have inconsistencies on it. How does the British royal family view this particular situation? First, have they seen the unredacted visa application? Has the royal family seen the unredacted visa application? Emperor, Six of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles. Yeah, they've seen it. The king has seen it. And I think the king knows that it was not truthful, that there were some inconsistencies. We're going to call them inconsistencies. So, inconsistencies. WNBC, you guys know what that is. All right, so how does the British royal family in toto view this controversy? Seven of Swords. Empress in reverse. Five of Cups. Queen of Pentacles. And we got 2 more at the end of here. So they think it does reveal Harry to the world as the shady dude that he is, the sneaky shady dude that he is. I don't think that this reflects well on his mother, the queen, all of the ladies that have been in his life up to this point. 5 of Cups, it also shows him as ungrateful, uncaring about how this splashback would happen to the royal family. And this exodus with his wife to go and make money, and he has yielded very little. He has not been able to get anything off the ground. So I think, they do hold Meghan a little bit responsible for this. A lot of bit responsible. So what is the British public's perception of this redacted visa situation? How do they feel about Harry? Can't even believe I'm doing this because you guys are all here. The macro, Queen of Swords, cut him out. 3 of Pentacles, we have the royal family that we need. We don't need him. Queen of Cups and the 10 of Cups. The nurturing and care for the royal family, I think, is very key for majority of the British people. I think they want a royal family that is drama-free, or I should say manufactured drama-free, because that is really what they don't want. They don't want this fanciful, fake romantic nice life. They don't want this fake romantic. They want legitimacy. They want, if they come off as cold and inaccessible to the regular person, they're like, so be it. But this whole campaign with Harry of like being like the regular prince, that's not why people like you, Harry. That's not why people liked you. They didn't like you because you were regular. They didn't like you because you wore jeans with a floppy belt falling out of a pub. They liked you because you were part of the royal family, and they let you sow your wild oats. But now you're going into your 40s. You're 20 years deep on this. Bit long in the tooth to still be frat boying around. So will this affect Harry's long-term public image, and how much is really what we're looking at? How much will this affect his long-term? I'm getting one more. 9 of Swords, Ace of Cups, 7 of Wands, always scrambling. So anxiety, dislike. This is dislike. Ace of Cups, we don't want what you're selling. And here, always trying to scramble to get up that hill. Outcome, he's going to be an emperor, but he's an emperor over this, guys. He's an emperor over scrambling and always trying to repair that name and the anxiety. Oh my goodness, what a dum-dum. What a dum-dum. So, let's give him a yellow brick road. So what action should Harry take to protect his status in the U.S.? What actions should Harry take to protect his status in the U.S.? He's got to stay married. He has to stay married. Protect himself as much as he can from that particular situation. But if he wants to stay in the U.S., He has to stay married, which means he's going to be broke, because that is the plan B that I've always talked about from Queen Elizabeth, is that stay married, you got to be broke, which means he can't get one of those golden visa Trump cards, which is a $5 million investment in the country, and then you get to stay here. I don't even think he has the 5 million to do that. So, Harry, unfortunately, in order to protect your status, if you want to stay in the US, you got to stay married to Meghan. In the words of Donald Trump, she's terrible. Will this particular controversy, will this lead to more restrictions for high profile immigrants? Page of Cups, yes. Yeah. It's, the situation, and those Trump visas, the golden visa, or the Trump card as they're calling it, gold card or Trump card instead of a green card. This is going to put a lot of higher profile people off from coming to the United States because of the scrutiny that's going to be done. If that's the case, they'll kind of come and go. I think that's really the idea behind this lover's card, is we'll just come and go and not stay permanently for any length of time. But not planting any seeds, it's too complicated, and here we really can't work there anyway. So neat. So what's the most important takeaway from this situation for Harry's future? What is the most important takeaway? So, most important takeaway. Under the surface, he was the fool, wanting a fresh start, wanting a new beginning, wanting to be his own man, because that's what the fool really does want. The fool, when he ventures out in the journey of the fool, the major arcana in tarot, he really wants to create a name for himself. He wants to burst forth into the terrestrial world and make his mark. He wants to suck the marrow out of bones and really live life to the fullest with all of this excitement. He really wanted to do that. Up here, the important takeaway is that sometimes we are in charge of our lives when we are in a particular circumstance. Sometimes losing it all will make you the emperor of your own life, the king of pentacles of your own life. It will give you agency and responsibility and flexibility for yourself. Now, to be sure, Harry's got a lot of issues because he will have an ex-wife, he will have children, blah, 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 if he decides to do something different, or if he is excused from the country, let's put it that way. So I think here a big takeaway for him is, you do regret what you have when it's gone, but perhaps his freedom is freedom from everything, freedom from money, freedom from maintaining a home. Maybe his freedom, and I've said this time and time again, they should have gotten a slouchy surf shack up in Marin County. They should have hung out there. They should have made this show had it start rough, like everybody, like every one of us that starts a podcast or a YouTube channel or something like that. Start a little bit rough. Look at the first season of Venture Brothers. It was a mess. No, it wasn't a mess. It was actually great, but it got really, really good by the second and third seasons. So they could have bought like a crappy, old surf shack, and they could have brought it back. Megan could have been making Hawaiian stuff, California casual fare on their grill top, on the open fire the fire pit that they put in the little side yard when they redid it. Could have done all those things. Could have done that high-low approach without jumping into someone else's $20 million mansion. Really, that would have been a great course for them. Further takeaways, sometimes you're not the only one. The Hierophant, seats of power. This is Queen Elizabeth. Queen Elizabeth had a talk with him. She said, don't do this. Don't do this, baby boy. I will give you a year. Figure it out. Don't make any mistakes. Like, go take time off for a year. Be on vacation for a year in Canada. Go chill out. Enjoy your child. Now, Queen Elizabeth and Prince Philip had done that. They went down, I believe, to the Bahamas or Jamaica. I think Bahamas. And they spent a year or so there, and she said it was one of the happiest times of her life. That was what she envisioned for Harry and Meghan when they left. Not that they were going to skip on over, use Canada as a lily pad, skip on over to California and go have him become an American. I think that was the last thing she wanted him to do. She wanted him to maintain some connection with the royal family and his obligation through birth. Fortunately, it's an obligation through birth. Sometimes, again, important takeaway, sometimes you end things. Sometimes you can't take words back, and then it will put you in this netherworld. So you're between the ending and starting all over, and between slamming the door in someone's face. You can't get out of this loop. And over here, he's going to need help. Three of Wands. He's going to need help to get out of this whole situation, to get out from under the hot white spotlight of what is it? What did I say? The Heritage Foundation. Get out of their hot white spotlight, get out of the spotlight of people that are offended by him, and they are great and legion. It really is quite the mess that he has created for himself. This video was a little bit longer than I thought it was going to be, but I get carried away because I'm a tarot maniac too. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I will be talking about all the craziness that Meghan's doing. I will be getting that out to you guys. So just sit tight. This one you're going to get today, Thursday. I'm going to keep recording tonight, and I have until 4 o'clock. So I hope that you guys really enjoyed this. I hope to see you in the next one. Again, please like, share, and subscribe. Consider becoming a member. All kinds of cool perks. You get all my videos early, and you get members only lives. Not this week because I have been in and out of the hospital, but very quick, just a quick trip. So we will talk again in the next one. I'll see you in the future.